Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today is Thursday, September 10th, 2010. I want to welcome you to our video blog. I apologize for not having a video blog out the last few days. I took a few days off, but we're back. We are back now. As you can see, the market, which everybody knows, the market took a little bit of a nosedive down here. The blue line is the 50 period moving average. It looks like we didn't quite touch it, but came awfully close. Then yesterday we ended up bouncing up a little bit. This line I have here at 346.60, unless we can get back up through 346.60, there we go. If we can't, that's what I'm looking for. Anything between the 50 and this 346.60 on the SPY, I think is just a whole lot of noise. If it moves sideways, we could be building some sort of a reversal pattern to break back above that 346.60. We can certainly say that might be happening, but until it gets over that 346.60, I'm going to trade extremely cautious. One of the tips to success, I think, is not reaching out there on risky trades, and I think below 346.60 puts you at risk trading long. So a little caution, I believe, is a good little thing here. And of course, if we break down below the 50-day simple, then we're going to look at some definite shorts. Now, on the trade ideas today, I do have some longs and I do have some shorts, and we'll look at those in just a moment. Another chart that I think is very important, and I've mentioned this many times in our video blog, that FNGU, this is the Fang ETF, big tech. We need to keep an eye on this. This is what's led the market up. And I suspect it's what's going to lead the market down if, in fact, it does. 206.50 is what I think we need to be over. So anything down in here is just the buyers and sellers trying to find a direction. If they find a bullish direction, well, let's wait for that 206.50 to really step into some of those longs. And if we're looking at a bearish direction below that 50-day simple moving average, that could set us up for what we call a blue ice failure here. And it could happen over here. It doesn't have to go this long. But I do think in this area, you're going to get a lot of traders trying to pick tops and pick bottoms, and you're going to get a lot of failures that just end up in a bad way. This is the type of market where the market takes from you, and our job is to take from the market. But we want to make sure the market is in good position to do that. So I do believe while we're today, a lot of things could change next week, but today, let's watch anything below 206.50. I think is dangerous to be long. Anything below the 50-day period moving average, we would most likely want to be short. Let's take a look at our VXX. VXX above 28.15 here, or pretty much just above the 50-day period. And that's that blue line right in here. Anything above that is going to put some pressure on the market, and we could dip back down to that 50-day period moving average on the SPY. So we'll watch that. Anything below 28.15, it keeps the bulls hanging around, and unless we just really take a nosedive, I just don't see the market getting real bullish here. So we'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on this. We like to trade VXX, so we'll definitely keep an eye there. Remember this morning, or today rather, jobless claims are out and expected to be just a little bit lower. And then, of course, the Senate is voting on the stimulus package, so we'll see what happens with that. Both those could be a little bit of market changers here. All right, let's take a look at the trade ideas today. Here we go. Whoops. There we are. Let's take a look at PEN, PE, in. I've got PEN for a long, and above 28 and a quarter, I'm looking for 64.60 plus. So this would be our first profit zone up here, 66.60. So far, not a bad looking chart. We've rallied up. We've pulled back in here and then popped up a little bit. We didn't quite get over that high, but as you can see, we just pulled back very slightly, and that doji started to turn us around here. We have a little engulf, and then up we go. We're testing that 58 and a quarter area. So let's watch that. So I think what we've got here is, let's put a buy box in there. There we go. Little buy box in there. Somewhere in there, I would look for a buy, and then I'm going to be looking for a target. My first target base hit around that 66, 60, 65 area. OTKR is another one. OTKR. So if we start to get follow through on this, and let's put the buy box in there. There we go. And right in there. Yeah. So right in this area, I'll be looking for a buy. And if we get one, I'll consider that. But I'm really going to need to see some market help. At least I don't want to see the market tanking. So for a quick, and I'm not, when I say quick, I don't mean day trade, but for a quick 1, 2, 3 day trade, maybe a week, then this OTKR, a little bit of consolidation. The thing has been up day before yesterday, and then a big bar yesterday. So I'm not interested in chasing it. I am interested in a little consolidation and then a possible buy with an 87.40 and then possibly a $100 target on this. So we'll keep an eye on OTKR. I think it's important too that, there we go, that we get above this 79 and a quarter, and that would be above this shooting star over here, this tall wicked candle. Gold, GOLD, may be setting up. GOLD, we've rallied up, pulled back a little bit. Looks like we're consolidating. We've had a couple of good days here. Watch for 32.50 and possibly higher. As far as the buy box goes, it's pretty simple inside yesterday's candle. So possible entry here, 32.50 as a short-term target on this. ETSY, Etsy may be looking at a short, unless Etsy can get back above about 117 over here, then I'm going to look at Etsy being short. Now, if it does get back over 117 and closes successfully, then that short may be off the table. But right now, we have a downtrend line here and not looking too promising on the candles. So we'll watch for a little bit of weakness. Right in here, looks like we're going to open up about that doji. So a little weakness. We might find that sell signal in here. And then watch for 96.65, 96.70. Basically retesting of this July 24th low, and then we've got a little shelf over here in the mid to late June area. Another short that I'm looking at is DDOG, D-Dog. D-Dog has been in a downtrend so far. We are below the 50. This is creating what we call a blue ice failure here. A little bit of a bottom put in. We popped up, but we're sitting right at that 50-day simple. We're also sitting below the trendicator. The trendicator, the dots that you see, the green and red dots. And you can see the dots are still red, so I'm looking at this as a short with a possible target of $71. Now, if we start to show positive trading over that 50-day simple, then be a little careful with that short, but it may just want to pop up, touch that trend line, and then we may move down. Of course, if we close over that trend line, then that short's off the table. So we really need to watch the price action. W is another one that's set up for a blue ice failure here. We've moved down enough days where we're going to get a bounce. That's just, you got to know that's coming. So we have, in fact, bounced a little bit. We ended up with a little doji yesterday. We are under the 50-day simple, and I'm looking for about 211.50 on weakness up here to the downside. And if let's see, there we go, right there. If W can get back above 282.25, then we may have to take that short idea off the table and in fact pull it to a long if we can close successfully above 282.25. OSTK is another one setting up to the short side. You can see the trend indicator is down, price is under the trend indicator, dots are red. We're underneath the 50-day simple moving average and the T-line. $50.90 looks like the next target to the downside. If we can get back above 78.85 here, basically the 50-day simple moving average above 78.85, that could be a sign that the buyers are going to turn this around. But anything below that, I would have to think 50.90 is a pretty good target. PDD is another one that's headed down. It looks like there's our little downtrend. 50-day moving average. Price is below it. Price is below the trend indicator. The trend indicator is red. I'm looking at 75 here for a short-term target. If price can get back above about this 87 area, then that would suggest that buyers are coming back and maybe the sellers have stepped out of the way. Still, this is looking like a little bit of a top up here, so we really need to watch it. Remember that we need to keep an eye on price. Watch the SPY. If the SPY cannot give us any help and cannot get above 346.60, the sellers are just going to enjoy a little bit of time in here and could pull a few more of these stocks back to the downside. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Let's get back to our list here. I think I only have one more anyway. GLW for a possible long. So GLW, if we can stay above 32.50 up here, I'm sorry, I was reading a little comment that came up. If we can stay above this 32.50 up here, GLW, I'm looking at 36.25 for the short-term trade. Of course, we need to break out of this top right in here, right there. We need to break out of this top about, 33.75, and then that 36.25 up there would be a good short-term target. All right, that's the trade ideas today. Again, keep your eye on the SPY, and I really am a big one for making sure you know when the best time is to trade. And only you as the trader knows that, because you have to know yourself. Where do you make the most money? Do you make the most money when price action jumps up above the trend indicator and we have these slight little pullbacks right there, and then this area becomes a buying area, and you make money like that? Are you that kind of trader? Are you the trader that digs for bottoms, but you find that at the end of the day or end of the week or end of the month, you really have not made any money? You've certainly won a few, but you've lost more. There's times to be trading and times not to be trading. This, I think, is a very dangerous time right in here. The market's trying to hold on to its gains. The sellers are trying to come in and knock it down. There is a whole lot of news out there could swing us either way. So I'm really a big one for being very careful out here. Trade when the market is in your favor. And if it's not in your favor, take some time off. So, anyway, enjoy yourself. This is Rick with Hit Run Candlesticks. I hope to see you in the trading room. And if I don't, we'll see you right here on the next video blog tomorrow. You guys all take care. Have a great day.